Renardine. 1. It was the middle of winter, and by now every farmer's wife, especially Galloping Gret, was as jittery as hell and hoping that the lives of their faint-hearted hens would be spared. It had been the same the previous year. During the first days of February, the foxes were giving birth to their playful cubs, all around the hills above us. That's when the hill folk saw Renardine and Prowler hunting every blessed minute of the day and night. The hungry faces of their cubs turned them into the most urgent of killers, and every hen, duck and goose redoubled their fears, unlike our own silly hens, and the likes of Moll the Man's, Speckles and Little Ruby. It was Prowler they feared the most, she being a mother, even more so than Renardine. And, as the days went on, these two fierce foxes didn't wait till the midnight hour to come down hunting. And now, with winter still suffocating us here on the slopes, we began to have the same fears as our friends above in the hills. Time after time, you'd hear the high-pitched screams of Prowler as she gave out her orders to Renardine. Sometimes she herself, the cheek of her, would come marching into Galloping Gret's yard as early as mid-morning, and even come back a second time when poor Gret was abroad at the afternoon milking her cows. It was time to send the pair of them down into the bowels of hell, said Dowager. These days our women had become holier than ever before, down on their knees and wearing their beads away in the hope that God would help them murder Renardine and Prowler. Dear God, please let our men put 1 or 2 bullets into their cubs as well, cried Moll the Man. For though these little animals might be running around playfully at the mouth of their den, the day was surely coming when they'd grow up to start butchering our fowl all over again, just like their parents were doing now. Next Sunday, after returning from Mass and untackling her ass, Moll the Man realized she had a new and exciting secret. One she couldn't keep to herself a moment longer. She ran up the Creamery Road into cheerful Nan's cowshed, and then ran into Dowager's haggard, and after that into Slipper Slapper's welcoming room. She swore that the sad face of Jesus in her Sacred Heart picture had given her a little wink down off the wall, and for once in his life had given her a wan little smile. She backed this up by spinning around and demonstrating the cute little wink she had just received from him. This was powerful evidence, she said, the sign she'd been waiting for. Yes, me noble Renardine, there's a heap of trouble in store for ye one of these days. The cartridges and double-barrel gun, the murdering footsteps of By-Jigree and his cousins, Tommy's Tim and Bunnyfoot. They'll be coming to greet ye sooner than you think, and the blessing of God on all 3 of them. Her eyes were full of fire. It won't be long now, mark me word. Then she ran back home, leaving her friends behind her clapping their hands with joy. Speckles continued to be a brave little hen, and the little red hen along with her. Moll's cockerel, Red Rascal, had the strength of a real live lion too. Every night the henhouse door was clasped tightly shut with Moll's new hasp and the big stone wedged against the bottom of the door. The 2 creamery tanks were planted firmly against the big stone, so that those other bloodthirsty villains, Mr. Weasel and Mr. Rat, couldn't find their way through. Moll's fowl were safe in their hiding place, listening to the overhead branches tinkling on the galvanized roof.